Hey you guys, welcome to A Gluten-Free Life with your host Christina. That's me. Now, normally I do like grocery hauls on here and whatnot, but again, there's another book that I've been reading from a series called the Dream Harbor book series. The Dream Harbor book series. Sorry about that. And I've read the second book. This is the second book. And the two main characters in here are Noah and Hazel. Now, Hazel is the bookseller in this one. Very pretty, got very curly hair, looks cute, the cutest thing. She does have glasses, pretty cool. And then you have Noah, who is quite younger than she is. The reason why I say this is, just hold on, give me a few minutes, is quite younger than she is because that he's only 25, but yet, just wait for it, she's going to be turning 30 in September 28th. And she's 29 now. But as time goes on, she's been thinking that she hasn't really done anything reckless. So then, what's the most coolest thing to do reckless than to go out with the cute High Fisher boy? Yes, doing reckless things with him. So what happens in this series, in this book, there is a lot of emotional that's going through. So he's kind of running away from life, or that's what this book is making you thinking, that he's running away from life. And she kind of tries to, help him. But he's more helping her with her fun adventure, because she thinks she's not very adventurous. She's not very fun, Hazel. And so Hazel came up with a plan to have adventurous fun the last couple of months of summer, which is July and August, I want to say. July and August. And what happens during those 2 months is that her and Noah got together, and he's helping her out with these. Right away in the beginning, in the beginning of the book, she doesn't really feel adventurous. She doesn't feel fun. She doesn't feel like she's done anything. She doesn't have any stories to tell, which she's very sad. And skipping all the way to the beginning, all the way to the end, not the beginning, but all the way to the end, she does eventually have all these beautiful adventures with Noah and all different types of things. I'm not going to say them on here in case if you haven't read these books, because I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it. But these books you would have to get and read for yourself if you like them, or if you're a type of person that doesn't want to read these books but you want to hear it from a best friend's perspective, then that best friend can read it to you, or if you don't understand it, and if you have another friend that can kind of, point out what's going on in the book, then that would be a great thing. But this book is kind of very emotional. I did cry. I ain't gonna lie, I did cry. And there was one time that I wanted to punch Noah, even though that he's not a live person. I wanted to hurt him because there were so many things that was going on in his brain. Noah thinks that he's not good enough, which is very sad. And Hazel looks at him, and Hazel thinks that he is good enough, and he doesn't realize this until almost the very end of the book. Well, kind of in halfway midsection, a little bit at the end, and they do get deep feelings for each other, but they don't tell each other because they think they don't want each other, if that makes sense, you guys. I'm sorry if it doesn't. But, Noah has already fallen for Hazel, for a year. He really recognizes her for about almost a whole entire year. He has fallen in love. He has got the hots for this girl who is very pretty, have curly hair, who works as a book person, who sells the books, And Noah is normally the type of man who basically is like a playboy. I'll put it out there. He's a ravenous playboy. He's the only type of person that does a spring fling type of romance, or a spring fling type of one night stand, something like that. And it's very sad, But all in the midst of this book, he doesn't become like that anymore. So what happens with Noah is that he wants this girl, Hazel. He loves this girl, Hazel. And he was going to be prepared to do anything for her, you know? In the very end, he did confess his love to her and she to him. And after 2 months, they had Friends Thanksgiving, if that makes sense, or Friendsgiving, short, you know, for people who don't have family to go to, but yet your friends are your family, and so all friends, you know, Friends Thanksgiving, or Friendsgiving in a way, almost like Thanksgiving. And so then he just looks at Hazel thinking that she's such a beautiful, beautiful woman, and he is so lucky to have her, and he is very thankful for her. And she is very thankful for him as well. Well, in the, not the summary, but I can't say that E-word, the epilogue, something like that. In the epilogue, I am going to spoil it, so for people who don't want this to be spoiled, please be prepared. They will get married in this book, it sounds like. Because he already proposed to her on an island called, it's an A word, and I can't remember the A word at this moment, but it's an island. He proposed to her, and she was kind of worried about not being good enough for him, and then, you know, he's like, well, I love you, you know, like, and then on point of that, she said yes to him, and they got married. But now the kicker, here's another kicker. In this book, we find out that Logan wants to propose to Jane from the first book. From this first book. And how the way I'm seeing this is that this is from last fall in this book. And then the next year that comes, because Jane and Logan are still together in this book, that he wants to propose to her, Logan. And Logan really loves Jane. Sorry, I can't say her name right sometimes. Jane. And he hasn't really quite popped the question yet. Not in this book. We don't know when. But I think in a couple of books he will pop the question because he loves her that much. But at the same time, I think he's kind of afraid because of his past relationships. You know, like what has happened with him, how the way he proposed to that person, you know, and I think he's still a little bit afraid. But besides that, that's what this book review is. And then we talked about the characters from the last book, Jane and Logan. Ooh, a mosquito. Get out of here. Sorry, you guys, I was tagging a mosquito. I don't like to be bit, okay? As soon as these mosquitoes go, I'll be very happy. Why? Because I don't want to be bit by mosquitoes. I don't like the spring. I don't like the summer. I like my fall and winter. Yes, I am that girl. I am that fall and winter girl, even though that you don't see fall things up on my area quite yet, because I'm slowly getting there. Extremely slowly getting there. I'm sorry for that. But like I said, if you're the type of person that loves romance, a bit of sugar and spice, this is the type of book for you. This is a small town spice romance type of book. It will say in the back too. So, you know, if you're interested in picking this up, just read the summary in the back and see if it fits you. Great. If it doesn't, then that's okay too. You know, everybody is different. So, but that's my book review. Oh, and how many cinnamon buns do I give this book? 1,000. Like the first book, I gave 1,000 pumpkins to that one. 1,000 cinnamon buns to this book. So, let me know what you guys think, and let me know what book I should read next. I'm already starting on another book from the Dream Harbor series, and it is called The Christmas Tree Farm. And so far, it's, I'm on chapter 2. And so, sorry about that, you guys. He just wants to be attacking me for some reason. So far, I'm kind of pissed off at this book. Well, mad. Probably will change in the very end. But I just want to let you guys know that this is the next book that I'm reading. And if you guys have any other suggestions or any type of books, you can put it down in the comments section below. And just let me know what type of books that you like to read, or what books that you want to subscribe to me, you know. But books I only do like to read are during the fall and winter, because that's the only season that I would like to read. But at the same time, my genre of reading is like these kinds of books right here. A small town, you know, romance type of books. You know, like the fall season and the winter season books. Those are the only books, for some reason, that I'm gravitating towards. And I think it's not just because they're an easier read for me. I just think because I like small books. Because I'm small, they're small. So we're small together. That was corny. I am very sorry for that. But besides that, thank you guys for coming. Thank you for subscribing, and have a great day. Bye, you guys.